The village of Khan, formerly Sovietskoe, is located in the Karamanjai district of Batken region, Kyrgyzstan. The settlement lies in the foothills of the Alai Range, 70 kilometers west of Karamanjai, and is home to 1,500 people. The local population inherited a tailing storage facility with high lead content from the mining industry of the last century. Toxic sand was carried by the wind, entering homes, playgrounds, and gardens, posing a serious threat to public health. In the 1950s, lead was mined here, and the production continued until 1975, after which the facility was shut down. However, despite its closure, remnants still remain. The tailing storage facility left after production was not properly neutralized. Since 2014, the Ministry of Emergency Situations has been working on its reclamation. Many people are unaware of the dangers of lead and unknowingly use sand from the tailings as construction material, not realizing the potential health risks. Open pit mining and lead zinc ore processing disrupted the natural landscape. This caused erosion at the tailings storage site, leading to soil, surface water, and air contamination. Today, local residents have unrestricted access to the partially open tailings facility, and the water bodies formed in the former quarries have become recreational areas. More and more research is being conducted on lead exposure in children, confirming that there are regions where children grow up with significantly lower intelligence, struggle with learning, and have delayed development. Children must regularly wash their hands at school, as this helps reduce lead exposure. Lead dust carried by the wind settles at low heights, making young children especially vulnerable. One possible sign of lead poisoning is tooth discoloration and cavities. It is crucial to educate children on proper nutrition, including consuming dairy products, which can help reduce lead absorption in the body. We also teach students the basics of healthy eating and safe living practices. To combat this issue, a project to reduce the risk of lead poisoning was implemented in Sovietskoe from 2016 to 2018. The program was carried out by the village administration with organizational support from the nonprofit organization Pure Earth and the public association Ecois Bishkek.
В рамках этой работы в те годы мы очистили все село от песка, который сами жители этого села привезли с хвостохранилища и пытались...
As part of this effort, we cleaned the entire village of sand that residents had brought in as construction material. It had been used in the kindergarten, school, and volleyball court. It took us 3 years to convince the local community that this was harmful. We educated them on safe ways to live near such a hazardous site as the tailings storage facility, and it produced certain results. We also installed water filters in 3 main educational institutions: the school, kindergarten, and lyceum. These filters purified the water for drinking and cooking, bringing its lead content closer to safe levels. At that time, we conducted an initial blood lead screening among children. The results were alarming, but extensive awareness campaigns, a focus on hygiene, and proper nutrition helped reduce lead exposure. Continuing our work with donors and partners, we joined a large global project in 2023 involving 5 countries: Colombia, Peru, Indonesia, India, and Kyrgyzstan. Under this initiative, we expanded our research nationwide. The main executor is the National Institute of Public Health. As part of this study, we retested blood samples and identified a highly successful case.
Как бы отбирали кровь, и у нас появился очень хороший кейс.
В селе Советском Кадамджайского района совместно Национальным институтом общественного здоровья и общественным объединением ЭКИС были...
In Sovietskoe village, Karamajai district, we conducted studies in collaboration with the National Institute of Public Health and the Public Association, ECOIS. We tested lead levels and capillary blood, selecting 60 children from the area. Using rapid testing, parents received results in just 3 minutes. Of the 60 children, 59 had highly elevated blood lead levels. However, one child's results were negative. After speaking with the mother, we discovered that she had minimized risk factors. She carried out wet cleaning at home 3 times a week, ensured her child washed hands after playing outside, provided vitamins, and maintained a diverse diet rich in vegetables and dairy products. This case clearly demonstrates that by following simple preventive measures, parents can significantly reduce lead exposure in their children.
Мы можем достичь очень хороший показатель и минимизировать поступление свинца в организм ребенка.
Joyoeva married and moved to Sovietskoe village, where she and her husband had 2 children. Their children's smiles bring strength to the young family, inspiring them to raise honest and respectable individuals.
Қолымдағы балам бар, 5 айлық уже. 5 айлықта уже кете шықты да.
I have a 5-month-old baby who already has 2 teeth. This is quite early compared to other children, as tooth eruption varies from child to child. My daughter Asima, for example, started speaking at 1 year old. She is not yet 5, but she pronounces the letter R perfectly and expresses her thoughts fluently. Every morning, we wake up early and have breakfast, and then I take her to kindergarten. While she is there, I clean the house, vacuuming, dusting, and doing wet cleaning.
Текшерткенге өзім ортатан эле кызыктармын баламдынчы денсаулыгына. Себеби мен билем суунундағы біз көп колонобуз да.
I always closely monitor my children's health. We drink a lot of water, but I worry about its quality because we use this water not only for drinking, but also for cooking, and we have no other source. I know that lead is present in the sand and can enter children's bodies when they play outside. That's why my children always wash their hands, especially after coming home from kindergarten, where they touch many objects, toys, surfaces, and floors. I make sure they wash their hands with soap twice a day.
Базардан келген йогурт, багындай эмелерди бербейм.
I do not buy store-bought yogurts or juices. I prefer making homemade preserves, including compote. My children's diet consists only of natural products. They do not eat sausages or processed foods. Instead, I prepare dried apricots, raisins, walnuts, and pistachios for the winter. Mix them with pure honey and give my daughter 1 teaspoon every morning.
Балга аралаштырып туруп, эртең менен ичирим 1 чайный ложкадан ушул кызыма.
Asima's family story highlights how responsible parenting can help overcome environmental health challenges. Even in difficult conditions, it is possible to protect children from toxic metals. A follow-up test confirmed that Asima had no detectable lead in her blood. I called the local health worker and asked, "Please add my daughter to the list so I can get her tested." He replied, "Okay, bring her in tomorrow at 10 a.m. I took the initiative and brought my daughter for the test. Later, I was informed that my child had the lowest detectable level of lead in her blood. This was a huge relief for me because every parent worries about their child's health. If a child has health problems, it becomes a concern for the entire family. For me, my children's health is the most important thing. I wish all parents would pay more attention to their children's well-being. If we teach them healthy habits from an early age, they will retain them for a lifetime.
Скрининговые такие рутинные исследования.
Routine screening in contaminated areas would be very beneficial if made mandatory. Moreover, our partners are even considering setting up a laboratory for this purpose, which we are very excited about.
Мы этому очень рады.